Hey, what's up guys? The A8 2018 is the newest member of Samsung's Galaxy A series. It's a set of mid-rangers that brings some flagship quality features. But with so many budget options available, is this year's model worth the premium? I'm Will for GSM Arena, and this is our Samsung Galaxy A8 2018 review. Our black Samsung Galaxy A8 2018 is the successor to 2017's Galaxy A5. And like Samsung's 2017 phones, it has a build of glass on the front and back on a polished aluminum frame. The A8's bezels and frame are rounded to lend some curviness. It's a contrast to the slim, tapered look that you see on a lot of phones these days. The A8 is a bit thicker and heavier than the Galaxy S8, and the weight gives it a sturdy feel. It's not fragile, and the A8 2018 has full IP68 dust and water resistance like last year, which you usually only see on flagship phones. On the back, Samsung has finally found a perfect spot for its rear-mounted fingerprint reader, directly below the camera. The reader is decently fast and much easier to reach than on the S8. The internal memory comes at either 32 or 64 gigs, and is expandable through microSD. There's a USB Type-C port at the bottom, as well as a 3.5mm jack for headphones. And just like on the A5, the single speaker is mounted on the side, which some people find keeps it out of the way of your fingers. The A8 2018 has a 5.6-inch AMOLED display with a 1080p resolution, but unlike last year, there is now a trendy 18.5:9 aspect ratio. Samsung calls it an infinity display, but though it is slightly curved with rounded corners, it's not quite like what you see on the S8. Nevertheless, the display is class-leading, delivering deep blacks, good brightness, and excellent sunlight legibility. Colors are accurate, and you can choose from a few different color profiles. And there's an always-on display, so when your phone's off, you can see the time and notifications at a glance. Inside this phone is an octa-core Exynos 7885 chipset with 4 gigs of RAM. In benchmarks, the A8 performs well compared to its mid-range competition, though it is still no match for its flagship cousins. In everyday use though, everything feels smooth, and we didn't notice any lag. The A8 runs Android 7.1.1 Nougat with Samsung's UX on top. It's the same software setup that comes with Samsung's latest flagship, the Note 8. Just like on other Galaxy phones, your home screen can be customized through Samsung's theme store. Bixby, Samsung's virtual assistant, can be accessed through the home screen too. Thankfully, unlike the flagships, there is no dedicated Bixby button, so no more accidental activations. Bixby is also active through Bixby Vision, which can recognize things in the camera and give you options to buy them online. It's not perfect, but it is getting better. The A8 2018 has a 3000 mAh battery, just like last year's model. Battery life is impressive. It earned 92 hours in our proprietary tests, about the same as last year. When your battery does get low, don't worry. Thanks to fast charging, we were able to get from 0 to around 40% in 30 minutes. The single main camera is 16 megapixels. This year's model comes with a brighter f1.7 aperture, though there is still no OIS. Shots look quite good though, with low noise and plenty of detail. Dynamic range is about average, but colors are nice and vivid. Thanks to the wider aperture, low light shots come out nice too. Though the shutter speed can't go too low because of the lack of OIS, the results still have good detail and an acceptable amount of noise. The selfie setup has 2 cameras, a first for Samsung, both with fixed focus. One is 16 megapixels and the other is 8 megapixels, both with an f1.9 aperture. The 16 megapixel camera's photos have plenty of captured detail, superb colors and contrast, and great dynamic range. It's one of the best selfie cams we've ever seen. You can switch to the 8 megapixel camera on the fly, and with this wider angle lens, it's recommended for group shots. It's not a whole lot wider though. The 2 cameras can work together to produce a photo with a defocused background. Portrait shots look good, with a gradual blur and separation. You can adjust the amount of blur later too. Video recording is in 1080p, and it looks good. Detail is decent, with low noise and nice looking colors. At the end of the day, the A8 2018 is an excellent phone. It's not a flagship, but with its AMOLED screen, great battery, and impressive camera, it delivers a lot of what people are looking for in a smartphone. The trouble is, at 500 euros, it's not exactly a budget phone. There are a lot of competitive phones that go for less these days, and even last year's flagships are going down in price. Hopefully, we see the same happen with the A8 pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and you can always stop by gsmarena.com for our full test findings. See ya!